sure this is fine. So pre-pandemic, my parents were pretty frequent travelers. Sometimes they'd go on vacation, but mostly it was just because it was part of my dad's job. Since I had a difficult time trying to request hours off of work at such short notice, I didn't go on a lot of these trips. However, this was hardly ever an issue for me because, well, while they were gone, I had the whole house to myself. I had free reign to do basically anything I wanted. Want to watch anime on the big screen TV in the living room? Check. Record cringy TikToks without the fear of having someone hanging over my shoulder? Check. Order an unreasonable amount of takeout, scarf it all down in one sitting, and then wonder why I feel like hot garbage later? Yeah. But aside from takeout, I did also cook for myself quite often as well. Nothing Michelin-worthy, but if you wanted a grilled cheese, macaroni, ramen, and not to brag, but I could also make a pretty mean frozen pizza or corn dogs if I wanted. French fries were another food I liked to make, and up until the point of this incident, I had been making them exclusively in the oven. However, one fateful evening, temptation decided to sing its sweet siren song to me, and I really wanted to try frying them for once. Problem was, we didn't have a deep fryer at the time, so if I wanted to make French fries the old-fashioned way, I'd have to do it on the stovetop. A much more sensible person probably would have thought to themselves, well, this is my very first time working with hot oil and, you know what, maybe I should probably look up a tutorial on how to do this as safely as possible to avoid disaster. However, because I am, quote, built different, I decided the best course of action would be to just completely wing it and hope everything turned out alright in the end. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chaotic Cooking. I'm your host, Kay the Average, and today we will be making a special treat, stovetop french fries. The ingredients you'll need for this recipe will be right on the screen. Feel free to pause if you need to. And without any further ado, let's get cooking. So what you want to do first is take your shallow frying pan and lay it on the stove like so. Next, take some vegetable oil and fill your shallow pan up about halfway. And now, and this is a very important part, make sure to take that knob from the oven and turn that heat up as high as it'll go. Whoops. Yeah, so that improv thing didn't work out as good as I thought it was going to. Turns out, when you heat up oil that much, it sets on fire. Who would have guessed? Now this situation wasn't belly up adjacent right away. The flame looked pretty manageable. It was pretty small. And in this specific situation, my smartest move probably would have been to try and smother the flame, either with flour or a heavy pot lid. However, in another certified smooth-brained moment I decided the best choice would be to use water to put out this grease fire. Water puts out fires, right? Hey, did you know that if you use water to put out a grease fire, it makes it like 1 billion times worse? Needless to say, this is where the night has officially hit its belly up era. And then, for what is perhaps the longest minute of my life, I'm standing in the middle of my kitchen, holding this pan at arm's length, desperately trying to keep it from burning anything down. The flame has gone up so high it took out a light bulb. Bits of flaming oil are spilling out of the pan and setting parts of my floor on fire. I mean, seriously, the last time I'd seen a flaming pan that chaotic, I was looking in a mirror. Yeah, no, but for real, it actually did ruin our kitchen. Just as quickly as it had all started, the flames burnt themselves out, leaving me a bit dazed, but ultimately unharmed in the aftermath. Considering the fact that I screwed up about every possible step of the cooking process that I could have, I'm just thanking my lucky stars that I got out of it with only a ruined frying pan and smoke-stained cabinets. And while it did soften the blow somewhat to tell my parents about the fire while they were still away, I don't think I have to tell you that I still had some major apologizing to do when they came back home to a kitchen that looked like it'd been to hell and back. One unfortunate byproduct of this incident was that I had to spend the next 4 years afterwards regaining my own trust to cook food on the stove without fear I'd start another house fire. However, these days I'm happy to report that I've since become much more comfortable with cooking again, knowing that so long as I'm playing it safe and looking up instructions where prompted, I can try new cooking ventures without risking disaster. Probably still gonna hold off on making fries for a while though. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you also have a fun cooking fail story, feel free to share it with me in the comments. I'd love to read them. Otherwise, be sure to like this video and subscribe if you liked what you saw. I also have a Patreon where for just $3 a month you can get sneak peeks to all my projects plus fun bonus content. See you again in the next one, and until we meet again, continue to see the world through heart-shaped sunglasses. Bye!